Formula One, or F1, is the fastest type of car racing in the entire world. Imagine cars that look like rockets with wheels speeding around special tracks called circuits. These cars are not like the ones we see on our streets every day. They are built for one thing only: to be as fast as possible. The drivers are elite athletes requiring incredible skill and bravery. They race in different countries. Monaco, Japan. A sport full of excitement, technology, pure speed. What makes these cars so fast? A mix of things working perfectly. The car's shape matters, it cuts through the air. Aerodynamics. Front wing, rear wing push the car down for grip. And the biggest secret now is hybrid power pushing the future of racing. You might have heard the word hybrid when people talk about cars on the road. A normal hybrid car like a Toyota Prius uses both a gasoline engine and an electric motor. The goal is usually to save fuel and be better for the environment. It can use the electric motor at low speeds, and then switch to the gasoline engine when it needs more power. This is a very smart way to make a car more efficient for everyday driving. In a road car, the focus is almost always on saving as much fuel as possible, making trips to the gas station less frequent. Now, let's think about a Formula One hybrid car. It also uses both a gasoline engine and electric motors, but its main goal is completely different. The goal in F1 is not just to save fuel, even though that is important. The main purpose of the hybrid system in an F1 car is to create massive, explosive power. It is all about making the car go faster and accelerate quicker than any other car on the track. The F1 engineers took the idea of a hybrid and turned it into a weapon for speed, a tool to win races and championships. So an F1 hybrid is a racing machine that has two sources of power working together. It has a very powerful but smaller gasoline engine that is the main source of power. But it also has very advanced electric systems that add extra power when the driver needs it most. Think of it like a superhero getting a sudden boost of strength. This combination of power is what we call a power unit in Formula One. The hybrid system in a Formula One car is incredibly clever and works in a few different ways. The whole system is called a power unit, and it has several key parts. First, there is the main engine, a 1.6-liter V6 turbo. This engine burns gasoline to create most of the power, just like a normal car. But the magic really begins with the two electric motors. These are called motor generator units, or MGUs. They are special because they can work in two ways. They can act as a motor to create power, or they can act as a generator to create electricity. One of these motors is called the MGU-K. The K stands for kinetic, which means movement. When the F1 car brakes hard for a corner, a lot of energy is created. In a normal car, this energy is lost as heat in the brakes. But in an F1 car, the MGU-K captures this energy from the spinning rear axle and turns it into electricity. This electricity is then stored in a special battery, called the energy store. This process not only saves energy, but also helps to slow the car down, working together with the normal brakes to provide incredible stopping power. The second motor is even more amazing. It is called the MGU-H, and the H stands for heat. This motor is connected to the turbocharger. A turbocharger is a small fan that uses hot exhaust gases from the engine to spin very fast. This spinning fan then pushes more air into the engine, which helps it make more power. The MGU-H takes the energy from the heat and speed of these exhaust gases and turns it into electricity. The power from these hybrid Formula One cars is truly mind-blowing. When you combine the power from the gasoline engine with the electric boost from the hybrid system, a modern F1 car has over 1,000 horsepower. This is an enormous amount of power for a car that is so light, weighing only around 800 kilograms. This incredible power-to-weight ratio allows the cars to accelerate from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour, which is about 62 miles per hour in just 2.6 seconds. That is faster than you can count to 3. It is this instant, brutal acceleration that pushes drivers back into their seats with incredible force. One of the most amazing facts is about the thermal efficiency of these power units. Thermal efficiency measures how much of the energy from the fuel is turned into useful power to move the car. A normal road car is about 30% efficient, meaning 70% of the energy from the fuel is wasted as heat. But a modern F1 hybrid power unit is over 50% efficient. This makes it one of the most efficient internal combustion engines in the entire world. It means that for every drop of fuel, an F1 car gets more power out of it than almost any other engine ever built. Another fascinating part of the hybrid system is the MGU-H and its connection to the turbocharger. When we compare a modern hybrid Formula One car to the older Formula One cars from before 2014, the differences are huge. The older cars, like the ones with V8 engines, V10 engines, were famous for their incredibly loud screaming sounds. They made a lot of power, but they were not very efficient. They used a lot more fuel, and they did not have the energy recovery systems we see today. The new hybrid cars are a bit quieter, but they are actually faster around most tracks. They produce more overall power and have much better acceleration out of slow corners thanks to instant electric torque. The driving style is very different. In the past, drivers had to be careful with the throttle to avoid spinning the wheels. The old engine's power was aggressive and hard to control. Modern hybrid power delivery is much smoother. The electric motor fills gaps in the gasoline power. However, drivers now must manage complex energy systems, deciding when to save energy and when to use electric boost for attack or defense. Formula One teams are full of engineers who love a challenge, and the hybrid era has given them the most complex challenge in the history of the sport. They love the hybrid power units because it is a field where they can innovate and find a competitive edge. Building the most powerful and efficient power unit is a huge part of winning in modern Formula One. Teams like Mercedes, Ferrari, Red Bull powertrains spend millions and countless hours trying to make their hybrid systems just a little bit better. It's a technological battle as intense as the on-track fight. For drivers, the hybrid system is a powerful tool. The extra horsepower is like a special boost button. Use it to launch an attack on a long straight. Use it to defend from an overtake. It adds a strategic layer. Drivers must time their energy use. The right moment can win or lose a position. Manufacturers value the real-world relevance as brands apply race learnings to road cars. The future of Formula One is definitely hybrid, but it will continue to change and get even better. Starting in 2026, Formula One will introduce new rules for the power units. The goal is to make them even more powerful, more sustainable. The plan is to increase the amount of power that comes from the electrical part of the power unit. A very exciting change for the future is the use of 100% sustainable fuels. The gasoline burned in the engine will be created in a laboratory and will not come from fossil fuels. This fuel will be carbon neutral, meaning it will not add any new carbon dioxide to the atmosphere. This is a huge step for Formula One to become more environmentally friendly. By combining this advanced sustainable fuel with an even more powerful hybrid system, Formula One wants to show the world that you can have incredible speed performance while also caring for the planet. Formula One is not just a sport, it is a high-speed laboratory for the future of the automobile. The secret power of hybrid technology will continue to push the limits of what is possible on four wheels for many years to come.